record are in the normal category. Those that do have criminal records are not in the normal category because they're not disciplined and because they won't. So for instance, I know that my mother is in the criminal category, but she is disciplined by God for her crimes. So the left and the center mix is lethal. What do I mean by that? So it's definitely a pervert. So what's worse, a pervert in the far left mixed with the center? So just say left and center is a pervert. Right on its own, which is wrong, is a false purity. So if anyone has seen Legend of the Guardian, the Owlets film for children, it gives you an example of what evil pure ones is about. In other words, capitalists. Soft left, soft right, and hard left center. They're opposite from capitalism. They are into crime, perpetrators of antisocial behavior, antisocial, feminist LGBTQ movements. They want to attack you inside out and call you a cancer when in fact they're the cancer of the community. They're the perverts. They obscure justice and prevent justice. So they would do the most harm to a saint, which is my foe that wants to be my friend, in opposition to the soft government that is a foe, that is a friend that is my enemy, is a secret enemy. It's an invisible enemy. In other words, they think that they don't know, that they think or assume that I don't know who they are, and I know who they are because my worst enemy, everybody knows, is J. Julian Miller, is behind Gordon Ramsay. And who else is behind Gordon Ramsay that hates Jeremy Corbyn as much as I hate Jeremy Corbyn? So Gordon Ramsay, the cook, for example, Will Smith. Oh my God, there's this other chappie called David Wolfe. There's Mike Tyson. There's Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mel Gibson, Madonna, Prince Charles, Queen of England, Hugh Grant. No, not Hugh Grant. What's his name? Tom Cruise. And all the other celebrities, including Anne, that I spoke to as my foster mum, Queen of England, Donald Trump, Answers in Genesis, True News, Rick Wiles, Zelensky in Ukraine, Boris Johnson, Hillary Clinton, Putin Vladimir, Gerald Davis, the one I used to follow on YouTube, I don't follow anymore, Alex Jones, Donald Trump supporter, my cousin, all my cousins, my father and my mother. They say we're going to build for the better. Part of Agenda 21, an evil snake, an evil gypsy, a false Zion. The leaders of Saudi Arabia are all a false Zion and the false Israel. So the false Israel, currently including Benjamin Netanyahu and all of the majority of the Israelites, are in fact half-caste Europeans. So how on earth can Europeans that have killed and committed genocide against Israel, so they've been wiped out, how can they now be called Israel? In the same instance as Australia. The white scum Europeans have wiped out Australia, Canada, and wiped out by genocide American, the original Red Indians, Mexicans. So the original white scum that have caused genocide. How can the Europe now say Australia is no longer Australia? It's now Europe, including England, the English Empire. How can they say that Israel is no longer Israel, that they are Israel? So it's a false Israel, it's a false Zion, all in the name of capitalism, a soft government, capitalists. That means money, 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 money makes the world. So they're a gangster government, and a lot of it where most of the corruption comes from. So they're the real gypsies. They've swapped. They're not behaving as Adam in their true nature. They're behaving as Cain, the murderer. So they're the gypsies. They're the false Jews. So Mel Gibson has realised this. So why the hell is he partners with the Queen of England? Because the Queen of England gets most of her money from there, probably, and her weapons by the trust of Israel. So the real Israelites are the Muslims, the father Abraham. So when I say Israel, I mean Muslims, including Iran, Jeremy Corbyn, Hillary Clinton's campaign, Bernie Sanders' campaign, Pope Francis' campaign, Iran, Joe Biden, Soros, the centre government, including FBI, and the left government. My neighbours of hell, Mark Zuckerberg. So this type of devil has no mask. I am what I am. I'm a god. And they all support this curse that I have also prayed against the common people. So they're doing self-harm. They're harming the common people that have rejected God, because their God is the devil. So they can have it. They can have the devil in its full force, which is the hard government. So in future, we're not going to have a soft government ever. We will have the hard government only. And it won't be called a government anymore. It won't be called a gangster. It will be called a religion. Where false religion, where we have the Antichrist, in other words, the anti-Christian Muslims dominate the entire world. Because of a particular president that's going to be assassinated. And I can't say who it is. Once that particular president is assassinated, the world domination will shift and change and be rearranged. And I have predicted this, and I'm staying put on it. Now, the far left government, including the centre government, I have said, is the world of the Muslims. But most of them are anti-Christians and anti-Christ and anti-Jews. And they want to give me a remedy, or they want to give me a doctor's prescription and call me mad because I love my Bible. They would associate it with Jews. But what they don't realise is that they're the authentic Jews that wrote the Bible, not today's modern Jews. So they were the obedient Jews that were obedient to God, not those who have been involved in genocide. So now I know who is who. A lot of the far right from the soft government wants to leave. They want to leave the soft right government, particularly starting with Queen of England and Mel Gibson and Prince Charles. But there's consequences for that. It would make them abnormal because they're criminals. Because they have authorized kidnapping and the removal of a fair hearing in court and being above the law. And being antichrist. And so it's the devil with the mask, with a cover-up, compared to with a code of their practice, including the enemies of the people, through their lords and judges, and institutional racism, and slave master. So it's a false purity, which is 10 times more disgusting compared to the actual perverts that have no mask on. They are criminals, and so what? I'm a criminal, so what? I'm going to carry on being a criminal. I'm a devil, yes, so what? I'll carry on being a devil. That's their attitude. Compared to those in the soft right government, they would hide their crimes, make immunity for their crimes, and hide the fact that they're the devil. So the right is more disgusting. It's a false good guy compared to the left centre government that is an obvious bad guy. So again, looking at the list of people I have written down, on the right I have, they start off as winners but they become losers if they behave as good guys and become a government that would fight the gangsters. But in most cases, 9 out of 10, the corruption is so bad and so rotten they would not fight the gangsters because they are the gangsters.